Donald Trump's trusted confidant and nominee for Special Envoy has plunged himself into relentless online exchanges with Pakistani politicians and journalists on the subject of Imran Khan. The United States is concerned by the sentencing of Pakistani civilians in a military tribunal and calls upon Pakistani authorities to respect the right to a fair trial and due process. Grenell's sharp retort was, "You are late, and this is too little and too weak. Speak plainly. Free Imran Khan." For me, this was perplexing. It is common knowledge that US officials prioritize their national interests above all else. So, what could be the United States' stake in freeing Imran Khan? Why are they even concerned? Richard Grenell's tweets, "Free Imran Khan, what's the catch?" It was difficult to swallow at first. Is Richard Grenell genuinely concerned about Imran Khan's imprisonment? Donald Trump's trusted confidant and nominee for Special Envoy has plunged himself into relentless online exchanges with Pakistani politicians and journalists on the subject of Imran Khan. Recently, he even took aim at the White House spokesman, Matthew Miller, who had said, "The United States is concerned by the sentencing of Pakistani civilians in a military tribunal and calls upon Pakistani authorities to respect the right to a fair trial and due process." Grenell's sharp retort was, "You are late, and this is too little and too weak. Speak plainly. Free Imran Khan." For me, this was perplexing. It is common knowledge that US officials prioritize their national interests above all else. So, what could be the United States' stake in freeing Imran Khan? Why are they even concerned? No. This cannot simply be attributed to lobbying by the PTI. Even if wealthy Pakistani Americans played a role in Donald Trump's electoral success, their influence cannot possibly stretch this far. And even if, for the sake of argument, we allowed ourselves to entertain the notion, why would Matthew Miller take such a combative stance against the Pakistani military establishment, which ostensibly favors Khan's rivals? But it doesn't end here. According to Reuters, on 24th December, the British government's Foreign Office added, "Trying civilians in military courts lacks transparency, independent scrutiny, and undermines the right to a fair trial." Additionally, the European Union stated that the sentences were inconsistent with the obligations that Pakistan has undertaken under the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. The EU has even issued a veiled warning to Pakistan, threatening to revoke its Generalized Scheme of Preferences Plus, GSP Plus status. As reported by VOA on the 22nd of December, this arrangement grants zero import duties on more than two-thirds of tariff lines when exporting to the European Union, providing Pakistan a cash-strapped nation with a major and crucial trade partner. It is worth considering how the EU's position may be shaped by US influence, particularly given Europe's precarious security landscape following the war in Ukraine. With the specter of Russian aggression looming, European nations remain reliant on unwavering American support. I'm merely attempting to connect the dots to form a coherent picture, and here it is. The question raised at the outset remains both intriguing and unresolved. To explore this further, I addressed it during my talk show, Political Zone, on this channel to Dr. Hasan Zafar, an economist by profession who has increasingly become a prominent political voice with a sharp understanding of geopolitical affairs. His interpretation of the situation was even more thought-provoking. According to Dr. Javed, the statements and tweets emanating from American, British, and European quarters are intertwined with the broader developments in the Middle East. The underlying goal, he suggests, is to pressure Pakistan's government and military establishment into recognizing Israel. This, he argues, is why the current government in Pakistan must remain in place despite its waning popularity. When asked why Shehbaz Sharif would comply, Dr. Javed explains that Sharif faces a stark choice: content with the repercussions of the model town case involving 14 murders, or acquiesce to external demands and enjoy his office a little longer. But the question remains: how does the call to free Imran Khan fit into this equation? The Americans, according to Dr. Javed, are playing a calculated game. By expressing support for Imran Khan, they align themselves with a leader who enjoys significant popular backing. This could win over Pakistani public opinion while simultaneously countering the anti American sentiment that has built up over the past 2 decades. In this scenario, it's a win win for the US. So, what happens to the Sharifs after they have complied? Dr. Javed suggests they have little to lose. Their political careers are already in decline. Once they fulfill their role, they could simply seek asylum in a European country or even the United States, citing security concerns after doing the right job. With the Sharifs out of the picture, Imran Khan could then be reinstated, ostensibly to appease the public against the US support. This would stabilize the political situation in the aftermath of recognizing Israel and restore order, at least for some time. But if this chain of events were to unfold as Dr. Javed predicts, what happens next? The Israeli embassy opens in Islamabad. Diplomatic and potential trade relations are established between the two nations. Unsurprisingly, Iran is dismayed and disappointed. China, however, appears perfectly content. The Russians remain indifferent, while the Saudis may well follow suit if they haven't already. In this new reality, Pakistan seeks a fresh narrative, one that many of its old guard thinkers could never have envisaged. The country begins to embrace new voices that align with these transformed circumstances. Voices that unequivocally reject the jihad narrative. This is a new Pakistan, one that recognizes the need to rewrite its textbooks to reflect its evolving identity. Pakistan's newfound ally, Israel, may soon call in a favor. The request is simple. If we take a hard line on Iran, stay neutral, don't react. That seems manageable, but then you return the favor. If we decide to settle scores with India, look the other way. Deal? It's not easy, but we'll find a way. But as I allowed myself to get carried away, imagining a future that may or may not come to pass, one question lingers. Where do Imran Khan and his ideology fit into all of this? Perhaps I've entirely missed that point. Or maybe he simply does not fit into the picture at all. Thank you.